calling the meeting here. It's 2:01. I'm going to start with a roll call. Susie?
Here, Susie, here.
Joe?
Present.
Joe Rubio?
Oh, here, present.
Michelle?
She won't be here today.
Mimi?
Here.
Thank you. And Jody here. Do I have a motion to approve the agenda?
I mimic a motion to approve the agenda.
Thank you,
I
Mimi.
seconded Susie.
Thank you, Susie. Let's do a roll call then. Joe?
Joe Rubio, aye.
Perfect. Mimi?
Mimi here, present.
And Susie?
Susie, here, present.
And Jody? Approved. Thank you. Any public comment?
Nope.
Excellent. So hearing none, we're going to go on to our information discussion session. 2.1, the public hearing, 2021-22, the LCAP for Vista Charter Middle School. Dawn, do you want to provide any additional information to provide us with?
Yeah, so what we'll do today is we'll open each one up. Each principal will speak briefly to their LCAP, their goals, and what they're using their money for. And then that's an opportunity for the board or the public to give any input or ask any questions. So we can start with Karen. And then Arturo, if you want to say anything, of course, your voice is always welcome.
Karen?
I think you're on mute.
They opened my office door. So my LCAP is the same. It's not the same. My LCAP has the same 5 goals that we've had in the previous cycle. So just as I've updated you guys monthly on our instruction program, our support for subgroups, professional development for teachers, safe school environment, and parents as partners. Those are the goals that we will continue to have, that we will continue to move forward with. Under our goal 1, which is our instructional program, funding will go towards supporting student achievements, specifically measured through CASP assessment and other indicators regarding student performance and achievement. Our second goal, which is support for subgroups, funding will go toward resources to support our ELs, our foster youth, our students with disability, and our low income students, which are our primary subgroups. Under our third goal for professional development for teachers, funding will go towards supporting professional development, not only for all of our instructional programs, but also for professional development that supports meeting the needs of our subgroup students. Then for goal 4, our funding will go towards supporting a safe school environment, not just maintaining of the facilities, but also social emotional supports like our SEL programs such as Way of Counsel and our student activities. And then finally, our 5th goal, which is parents as actively engaged partners. Our funding will go towards supporting our activities to engage parents, but also activities and programs to support the homeschool connection and homeschool communication. Any questions?
I was just wondering, Miss Amaya, do we have any homeless students at our middle school? I'm just curious.
Yes, here during the last LCAP cycle, we've had about 1 to 3 per year. Currently, we have 1, and I'm not sure yet about our incoming 6th graders.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I had a quick question too, just a general one. It's nice to see the Way of Counsel. Again, I haven't heard of that in a while, and I was just kind of curious how it's I think it's gonna have a bigger place coming off the pandemic with the mental and, well, I don't know, I don't need to go into it, but you know what I mean? The mental craziness and depression and et cetera, et cetera. So I think it's gonna be kind of a critical little component to weave in right into the curriculum.
100%, and we are we are having funding going to increase support from Circle Ways, which is who we consult with, as well as increasing our number of contracted counselors to support our students.
Yeah.
And Paul, just so you know, the additional 3 days that we've added onto our calendar for this next year is very specific to social emotional growth, and it's going to be 3 days of really using Way of Counsel and some of our other supports to address trauma that may have happened in the last year.
Yeah, that's great. I think everybody's going to need it.
Superintendent Wilson, I'm interested in learning as a lifelong learner. I'm interested in learning about Way of Counsel. Will I have any opportunity in the fall?
You know what? I love that. And as we plan our board retreat for this year, because we have a board retreat, we will make sure that Way of Counsel is a part of the training. I'll do the training that I normally do with directors at LUSD.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And then Arturo, I don't know if you have anything to add. Sorry.
Nope, captured it.
Thank you very much, Karen. And now 2.2, the public hearing 2021-22 LCAP for Vista Horizon Global Academy.
Hello, everybody. It's Michael. It would be redundant for me to go through all of the elements of mine because they are very much aligned with Karen's. So I'm going to give a little bit of background instead and kind of like a update on the status of Vista Horizon students and the kind of thinking and analysis that informed the development of our LCAP. All of our goals are the same and many of our actions are as well. And we're continuing the kinds of programs that we've been talking to you all about and that others spoke to you about before. So I want to say that 59% of the students at Horizon in language arts are scoring on or above grade level, and 44% are below, and being below could be anywhere from a year below to 3 years below grade level in language arts. And then in mathematics, we're like 49% on or above grade level and 51% below. And again, that can be anywhere from a year to 3 years below grade level. The data gets analyzed much further, by special ed students and English language learners and whether you're Hispanic or not. And I'm going to give you a generalization. At Horizon, if you are a special ed student, or you're an English language learner and your home language is Spanish, or you are economically disadvantaged, you are highly likely to be one of those students that do not fall into the on or above grade level. And so our plan, really is about meeting the needs of our Hispanic students and the handful of others who are not scoring on grade level or above, and doing what it takes in each of those goals and with all of our academic and social emotional programs to ensure that we see progress amongst those students as the major focus of what we're up to at our school. Any questions or comments for me?
Thank you.
Nope. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Michael. Now 2.3, public hearing for 2021-22 LCAP for Vista Heritage Global Academy.
All right, so I will start with Heritage. I'm going to sound a little bit like a broken record. So all 5 of our goals are the same 5 goals district-wide. We are aligning those, and many of our actions are the same. There is a little difference from school site to school site, but focusing on goal 1, again, similar to what Karen said, really looking at a high quality, rigorous and relevant instructional program focused on preparing our students for the CASP. And in terms of the actions, going through from staffing, whether it's teachers or TAs, to our different platforms and technology, to make sure that we are comprehensively supporting our students to get to that point where they, as Michael said, are on or above grade level, or are at least bridging those gaps to get back to grade level. In goal 2, it's really focusing on the subgroups that we are serving, whether it is English learners, and at Heritage, we have, I think the last number was 40% of our students are classified as English learners at a Heritage, or if it is students with IEPs, or even foster youth, low-income students. We serve many different subgroups, and so that's what goal 2 is focused on, really making sure that everyone has access and equal access to a high quality educational experience. And in terms of goal 3, it's focused on professional development, supporting our teachers and staff to bring that rich educational experience, and even coaching our staff, making sure that we have an instructional leadership team that is functioning well. Goal 4 is focused on social emotional learning, and as Joe and Karen were mentioning, this year is probably more important than ever before in terms of supporting our students' mental health and social emotional needs. And then goal 5 is really focused on engaging our parents as true partners in the educational experience for their kids, and really enriching a lot of events and parent-based programs, meetings, classes, to really bring them in as an active part of their children's education. So that is a quick run through of Heritage's LCAP. And in terms of, I pulled up the whole local indicators. I have Arturo in my mind saying that we need to talk about the dashboard local indicators. I mean, nothing has really changed since we last shared the local indicators with the board. When we're looking at some of the local indicators like teachers being properly credentialed, facilities being up to snuff, and things like that, we're meeting standard in all of those local indicators at Heritage.
The local indicators should be on Friday when the caps get approved.
Got it.
You can
Okay.
mention them today too, but make sure they include them on Friday.
Thank you. Thank you, Colin. Now ready, Colin, again, 2.4, public hearing for 2021-22 LCAP for Vista Condor Global Academy.
So I'm going to sound even more like a broken record by talking about Condor because it is very similar to Heritage. We have, again, the same goals, many of the same actions. The main differences are revolving around the age groups and a few of the programs that we have that might be a little more geared towards elementary versus middle school. So, for example, in elementary, obviously the students are with the teachers throughout the same teacher throughout the same day versus having multiple teachers like in middle school. And also at Condor, for example, one of the things is teacher assistants. And so we do have a teacher assistant in every single classroom at Condor, whereas at Heritage, we have it in about half of the classrooms. But when you look at the LCAP, the actions overall are very, very similar, and the goals are identical to that of Heritage. So if you have any questions, I don't want to go through the same and just repeat the exact same wording that I said, but I'd be happy to answer any questions.
Thank you very much. Any questions from the board? Thank you. Don, I have a question too. This shows that my pandemic brain has taken over because I don't remember. Right now, we're just doing the discussion. We're not taking a vote, correct?
That's correct. And I'll just say that to recap, couple of things. As you saw, our LCAPs are very similar. If we didn't have each school being an individual LEA, we would just write one LCAP for all of Vista Charter Public Schools. But because each one is an individual LEA, they have to have a standalone LCAP. But the principals have worked incredibly hard at getting these ready for today and to coordinate their efforts to make sure that this was up and ready for today. So I want to thank them. Also, just as a heads up for next year, as Colin transitions into a site leader / district role in Orange County, he's actually going to be taking on the role of writing our LCAPs for next year, and then our principals will have an easier time of just being able to go in and fill in their individual items. So we're grateful that Colin's taking that on for next year, and again, just want to thank. Yeah, it's great. And I just want to thank publicly how much they've done. They've also started summer school, into the school year, writing their LCAPs. They're ready for their vacation. Well deserved.
It's a much needed and deserved vacation. Thank you all for all the hard work you do for supporting our families and students. It's truly appreciated by all of us. Moving now on to 3.1. Any board comments from our board members? Anyone?
Thanks again for a great year. It was really a unique year that I hope we don't have to go through again.
Agreed.
Ditto.
Wonderful. This is like the fastest meeting ever, you guys.
I love it.
I told you.
Boy, I'm happy I did this. It's now 2:18. Do I hear a motion for adjournment?
I, Susie O, make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
I second Paul Vieira.
Oh, hey, Paul. That's terrific. And we're going to take a vote by Mimi?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Great. Thank you. Susie O?
Aye or yes or thank you.
Joe Rubio?
I, Joe Rubio.
And Paul Vieira?
I, Paul Vieira.
And Jody Moldow? Aye. Thank you very, very much. Looking finally.
Thank you.
Thank you.